having a child that's being bullied at school is, I can't even imagine the emotional anguish and the fear that you must be experiencing, knowing that, this is a possibility for her when she goes to school during the day. Um, so I want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough empathy. I want to acknowledge you too for the steps that you took. It feels like, as you're saying, you took unconventional methods. It feels like you really went above and beyond to try to rectify this problem and to make sure that your voice is being heard. This is really important. And I actually feel like it's important for your daughter to have the experience that you are really truly standing up for her, that you're speaking up for her and you're demonstrating what it's like to speak up for yourself. I wish I could say that all is well and that, things are going to be okay in the school, but I actually think that this is an ongoing problem. And I think your daughter is not the first. And I think that there is, yeah, it feels like there's something in the way that it's being managed at a staff level. Dietrich says that's why I did it. Yeah, I feel that. So you're really like this. There's a soul contract. I mean, there's always so many deeper layers to the questions that we ask, because it's never about the circumstances. It's always about how do I how do I find peace in this situation, right? How do I choose, the path that's going to neutralize the karma so that we don't have to keep repeating this lesson? That's the question that everybody's always asking, even though we don't realize it. And so, you have this contract with your daughter, a soul contract with your daughter, where you're teaching her to advocate for herself, that this isn't right, that she doesn't have to put up with it, and that it's not okay. I do think that there is a problem. It feels like a systemic problem. So on a staff level, perhaps, I want to say that I would switch schools if I were you. That's my first hit, honestly. And as much as I would love to say no, all is well, and I would definitely start to look at a different type of education. And I'll tell you why too. It's not just because of the bullying. I think the bullying is coming up as a way to show you, and also to bring awareness to your daughter as well, that perhaps there's a different type of educational model that might be really beneficial for her. So it's not just about removing her from the bullying, but it's actually about finding a place where she can find like-minded people. She can find like-minded kids. Perhaps it's like, I'm feeling like music and arts or something like that. Like maybe it's like more arts based. Dietrich says, yes, I agree, which is why I'm wondering if we should switch schools. I also don't fit in the culture myself. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm flooded just reading your question. Like, it's the bullying comes up as like, oh, here is something to get your attention, because without it, you might not have considered switching schools, right? But the fact of the matter is there's deeper needs that aren't being met here.